welcome to Let's Talk Business podcast with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much for joining us. I will go ahead and let you introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Linnell Clark. I am the Director for Hub Operations with the University of Houston. And I'm so excited to be here to talk about what we actually do in regards to the historically underutilized business program and how we work to help vendors get contracts with us.
Awesome.
My name is Nicole Curette. I am a board member with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, and I am also a hub vendor.
My name is Tabitha Barron, and I'm your host today.
Good morning.
Good morning. So first we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Southwest Airlines, proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. And hopefully I'm going to pronounce this right, Primacor Solutions. And we also want to let everyone know that we do have monthly hub certification workshops. Take a look at the website and you'll be able to join or sign up, register. Okay, so let's get started. So thank you, Dr. Clark, for joining us today. So how long have you been working with the University of Houston for Hub?
So I've actually been in the Hub field for over 10 years of experience. But so I'm circling back. I left the field to do some fundraising, and I've been with the University of Houston for 2 years, but been in this capacity actually for 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Oh, awesome. Excuse me. What's the benefit of people being able to become Hub certified?
Well, the benefit is if you get Hub certified, because all state agencies, along with all state universities, have a goal, a good faith effort goal to contract with hubs. You would increase as a business your opportunity to be viewed and considered, as well as receipt of these various types of opportunities, from construction to non-construction, commodities, professional services. And one of the things with the university that people don't realize, we have 16 academic colleges. And those colleges all purchase various different types of things, anywhere from dog beds for our animal research to, we had a recent requirement or need for housekeeping services, because we have the Hilton College and Hotel there, as well as, like I said, research chemicals. So it's a wide array of needs. And so therefore, if you're a business and you want to increase your marketability, not just for the university, but throughout the state, getting certified is one of the ways to go.
Nice. What has been your experience with being Hub certified?
I have had a lot of different opportunities for hub bids. So it's great. And it could elevate your business, whatever business that you're in. If you could get out there, bid, and hopefully get your bid accepted.
So you've had really good experiences.
I've had good experiences so far.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, I'm going to need to go ahead and get Hub certified as well.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm actually certified through the city for other reasons. I mean, for the women and minority.
Okay.
But for Hub, I don't know. I kind of got lost in the sauce with all the paperwork, so it just took me a little bit of time. But I'm very interested in learning a lot more about that and how and why I should go and join that. So, what information would you like to be able to tell other people that would encourage them to come and become Hub certified?
So what I really would like to tell people again is that the need is diverse, and that it is a Texas requirement in terms of that we as state agencies and universities make a good faith effort. And so the state is looking at how we're achieving those goals, so it's real for us in terms of our commitment is there. But we just need to make certain in terms of businesses recognizing the fact that even if you get Hub certified, it's not a guarantee you're going to get a contract. You still have to compete. but there are various ways in terms of which contracts can, or opportunities can present themselves. Colleges at certain threshold levels, you don't have to go through competitive bidding. It's what we call a spot purchase. So it's under a different threshold that if we're looking for a vendor, again, the price has to be right and the quality definitely is always there, but there are various ways that there are direct awards that a company could receive, and those build up. And so I always say you want to take advantage. It's just like your portfolio in terms of if you are investments. You want to have money maybe that's coming in on a constant basis, where if a college gets to know you, they'll reach out to you whenever they want that commodity or service all the time. And so you can have some regular cash flow in terms of, as long as it doesn't exceed the the threshold. And then the other ones is, then they'll ask for quotes, of course. So again, just keeping in mind that there's various ways that you can get in the door, and it's not just through our construction projects.
Okay. We're gonna pause for a minute and just remind everybody that we're gonna go ahead and do the trivia question, the first trivia question for today. And the answers will be found out of the Black Business Book. Over 200 facts with emphasis on the history of Black businesses in America. So we're gonna go ahead and allow Ms. Nikki to go ahead and give the first question.
Okay, the first question is, in 1824, a Black man attended an Ivy League school, and rumor has it that he was accepted with the urging of some white students who knew him. Then other Blacks got accepted, and would spread that this particular school was the place to go. As a result, some of the country's first Black lawyers, doctors, and other professionals graduated from this university. So I need to know the name of the university. It was in, once again, Hanover, New Hampshire.
Okay, so for anyone who's listening and wants to win the crisp $100 bill, just give us a call at, I forgot the number again. 832 303 4788. So give us a call, we're waiting. Okay, so and we'll continue our conversation. So Miss Nikki, so what type of experiences have you had being Hub certified that you can share with us?
Yes, ma'am. Being Hub certified, it's a lot of information. So it's like you get overwhelmed. Like you said, it's a lot of paperwork. But to get to the ultimate goal, you do have to complete the paperwork.
Right.
And Miss Leandra with Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, if you become a memberships have privileges. She can help you walk you through the whole process. But just getting to know how to bid. A lot of people, I know I didn't in the beginning, know how to look at a bid, know what they need, how to prepare one. And even if I didn't win that particular bid, I was able to meet certain people that maybe I could work with them on a project. I might not be the prime, but I could be a sub. And that's also another way to get in.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Now that part I didn't know. And I never thought about the fact as a part of a networking process. So by being able to go and bid, and you'll be able to meet other people who are around you to possibly can have a really good relationship.
Correct.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, now I'm excited. Now I can go and do it. Because at first I was like, oh no, not more paperwork. But it's good. All right, so have you gotten any, have you been able to successfully bid and get?
I haven't been successful in winning a bid,
okay,
but I have been able to network and get a lot of knowledge. So I'm sure when I bid again, I will be able to win something.
Awesome, I like it. That's
yes.
good.
And if I could just add something to that, Nikki, one of the advice that I always give people when you're not successful, ask for feedback.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of times I'm finding when the bid is not, when they're not successful, for whatever reason, we're not seeing people asking to meet with buyers or meet with to get feedback on their bid,
yes,
specifically,
ma'am.
so that you can keep that in mind for future reference.
And that is correct, ma'am. I've been told that you can ask for the information on the person who won the bid, how much their bid was, and all those different things that can help you on your next bid opportunity.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good about the feedback. I think that that's really important. I think for everything that we do, feedback is extremely helpful for us to our next step for what we do next
Yes, ma'am.
after that. So, how would you encourage us to do that? Because sometimes I think people are not necessarily willing to provide the feedback.
I don't know in terms of state agencies or entities or even those we're required to give you the feedback if you ask
Okay.
for it. What has to happen though is you have to be, I think you need to, when you're first just out of how human beings are,
Okay.
you may be disappointed. So you will be disappointed.
Yes.
Okay, that's a reality.
Mhm.
So take a breath.
Okay.
Don't ask for feedback that day.
Yeah, because I think part of hurting your feelings. Let's see who's on the phone. We got a caller. Hello, thank you for calling. What's your name?
Dave Taylor.
Mr. Dave Taylor, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
So you're calling for the question?
Yeah.
All right. You want to hear the question again? We'll go ahead and give you the question again, and then you can go ahead and answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Taylor. In 1824, a black man attended a university, an Ivy League school located in Hanover, New Hampshire. Rumor has it that he was accepted with the urging of some white students who knew him. Then other blacks got accepted, and word spread that that particular university was the place to go. As a result, some of the country's first black lawyers, doctors, and professionals graduated from this university. What was the name of the university?
Dartmouth.
Man, yeah, you got it.
All right, congrats.
Congratulations, Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, yes, sir. You won a crispy $100 bills.
And it's here waiting for you. You know where to pick it up, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he won last week,
I
didn't he?
know, he won last
Yeah,
week.
he won.
So watch out. He may be calling back. So,
As a matter of fact, it's like, I'm sorry, but this book is has so much information. It's like kind of like a study chapter for me. It's to gain some knowledge of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? My lineage. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so much information that I'm sucking up, just like constantly pushing me to move forward, and a lot of different things that I'm working on.
Yes, sir. Well, we're glad that you're getting a lot of knowledge from the book.
this is good. It helps you to understand our history a little bit. We do appreciate you calling.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue to listen, possibly listen for the next question in the last 30 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Bye-bye. It's funny because he calls and I think he's gonna take somebody out for dinner tonight.
Oh,
He's gonna win this money. He's gonna be like, okay, come on, I got the money. We can go out on a date now.
Okay, well, everybody, Mr. Dave Taylor has won $200 for last week.
Yes.
He's won the first $100
$100 a
in
day.
this segment. You can't let Mr. Dave win all the money. Come on, somebody else has to know something.
I know. Let's figure this out. Come on, guys. We'll let you know what the second question is, and you can have an opportunity to win $100 in at what is it, at 11 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. So as we continue our conversation, so does the University of Houston certify the vendors?
No, while we don't certify vendors, we will refer to our partners such as the Tri-County Black Chamber of Commerce to assist vendors with certification. So that is, again, that's one of our roles, but the actual to help with the paperwork, that is, because the actual certification is approved by the State of Texas Comptroller's Office.
Oh, okay.
Right. And the reason that the paperwork may seem daunting, I'm certain, but they're doing their due diligence to make certain that firms meet all of the requirements, that they're actually 51% owned by a minority, women, disabled veteran company, and that they also meet the financial thresholds. They can't be too large, so they have to be a small business based on federal different guidelines that the state uses to determine small business
Nice.
size.
So what drew you to this type of position or wanting to help people?
What really draws me to it, especially at this stage in life for me, where I could actually say bye-bye in terms of my working career, is the commitment to service.
Okay.
I try to throughout life, set an example for my children regarding giving back. And that's not something that you start and just stop. For me, it's about being committed to making certain that those who are trying to succeed, as they say, pass it forward or so forth.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Thank you. that is a motto that I definitely believe in, and in this position, I think that's my opportunity to do just that. Both from my knowledge of working previously as a hub coordinator for various entities such as TxDOT and then the Austin Independent School District, where I created the program, to being a actual business owner myself.
Wow. You were a business owner?
Yes.
As a hub, were you hub certified at that time?
Yes.
So can you give me an example or an experience that you'll be able to share with others that would be helpful?
Well, the experience that what I had to learn very early on was to feel comfortable when I wasn't successful, to find out why, and to always look at business from an aspect of continuous improvement, both in life and in anything else that you're going to do. To be able to, one of the other big things was doing a market analysis. It disheartens me when we have very good businesses who put in bids, but they're 70% higher than,
Oh, I get you.
okay? It's like, again, just because you're certified, this is taxpayers, this is money, state money. We are not just giving the contracts away by virtue of being certified. And so if you're not competitive, but you have to do the work to find out if you're competitive.
Yeah, so there's more involved in just making the bid. So it more in lines with, you have to make sure that that bid is competitive and that you meet the requirements, and then that you're not so far out of whack that people are like, no, I absolutely cannot pay you that money. So you lose bids that way by being overpriced because you didn't understand what the competitive advantage is.
That is
correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That's good to know too.
Great
Learning
to
some
know.
new stuff.
Yes.
I guess I didn't really think about that part of it when it came down to the bids, because I think everybody's always wanting to find a way to be the lowest priced item in order to get it. But if you don't really know what people's thresholds are of being able to pay you, then that's how you end up losing the bid.
And it's not that you can really, know what people are gonna pay in terms of, say, a college and so forth, but you do have an idea of, or you should have an idea in terms of your market competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Right.
Okay, and as I say, when you don't win something, to ask for feedback so that you can, especially in construction projects, where you can just want to meet with people and find out, can I get feedback on my submission?
That's good. I like it. Well, that's interesting. I just never thought about those things. That's awesome. So what unique strategies are being implemented by the University of Houston Hub Operations Department to increase hub participation?
So, we have a few, and one of the ones that's different that I think the community had to get used to. When I took over, I received calls saying, when are you going to do a vendor fair, or are you going to do an expo or so forth? Because we're so used to where you invite vendors and they have all these booths and so forth. But my question was, if I'm not seeing people getting contracts, then what do we need to do differently? And what we're doing differently is, number one, is there are 4 members of our hub team, and we're all assigned colleges and departments that we work with. And so I started working in with those colleges to first determine, what are your exact needs? This is what's on paper in terms of your expenditures. Here are some examples within these expenditure areas of hubs. It's not all of them, but it gives you an idea to let them know there are hub businesses that can do this work. That's number one. So I think working with the colleges and those who purchase to help educate them on the benefits of contracting with hubs. That's number one, so that is different.
Okay.
And then being able to present businesses and offer an opportunity, if the colleges are amenable, to having those businesses come before them and do what I call like a Shark Tank. If we can get that going, I would be very, very happy. We haven't started it yet, but I promise the colleges, because I've been on that side of the house in terms of where faculty or those, it's an education institute. We're not a corporation, so we can't have people showing up at the door. So if we want to bring vendors in front of them, they have to be tight, they have less than 5 minutes to present their pitch, and that's one way of introducing firms. So I'm working towards that. The second part that's unique is our upcoming vendor fair is more targeted. Based on what the colleges are needing, we invited vendors within specific areas, those who provide chemicals, those who provide the laundry services, those who provide other things that I'm looking at my little list here, my cheat sheet, my tools, and research and lab supplies, and again, pet supplies for animal research. So those particular specific categories, we're doing more targeted. Then our system forum that will be coming up in April, that will have actual workshops such as how to get your foot in the door, where it's focused on introducing people to in terms of some of our maintenance contracts. So those are the unique things, and that will be open to every vendor in terms of that forum, because we'll have various state agencies, not just the University of Houston system represented. So
you're primarily housed in University of Houston, but do you take care, I hear you talking a lot about the students and things that are there, but do you take on businesses of people who are outside of the University of Houston?
I'm not certain.
So, if I was to come and say, hey, I wanted to join or to be a part of, your vendor expo, or just to learn more about their program, do I have to be a student of the University of Houston?
Oh, no, absolutely. It's open to, all, like the forum is open to all businesses,
Okay.
small businesses. You can be certified, non-certified, because we'll have people there to show you or encourage you in terms of certification. So again, our office is strictly focused on working with small businesses.
Okay, regardless of whether or not they belong to the University of Houston or not.
That's right.
So I can go.
That is correct.
That's all that matters. I can go, because I'm not there. So that's good. So, what do the numbers kind of look like? So, if we think about the numbers of the contracts that are out there right now, so how much money has actually been awarded to Hub certified companies?
So we have awarded to date, I'm looking at my numbers, over $60 million, and but the breakdown is is not where we would like it to be. Of course, we're working towards that. For example, Asian Americans have won roughly 10%
Okay.
of all funds awarded to hubs. African Americans are looking at 16%. Hispanic is 37%, and Native American service disabled is less than 1%, which we definitely have to work in those areas. And then women, it's roughly 36% of so between our Hispanic and women owned businesses, they're getting the larger percentage at this particular point in time. And my goal is, again, to make certain that while everyone has equal access, to help everyone lift up and do even more.
That's good. Do you have have numbers that you would like to aim for? Because it sounds like to me that there's a couple people we need to encourage to come on and be Hub certified, besides just the women and the Hispanic population.
So I won't say in terms of percentages, but definitely in terms of our African American business owners, just by virtue of their percentage in terms of, and you look at the overall population in terms of African Americans here within Houston and projected business owners. Service disabled veterans, I have reached out to a partnership with Combined Arms to try to share more information with veterans regarding their opportunities. So for me, it's about working with the various stakeholders and advocates within the community, and making certain that all of those opportunities, when we have one, I send it to like the Tri-County Black Chamber of Commerce, so that it's distributed to members.
Okay, that's interesting. How can we help to bring more awareness to the program so that we can get more people to you?
I think that the way you can help is to encourage people to join the chamber
Okay.
by increasing the chamber numbers, because the reality is, it's not, because as a business owner, you're going to get inundated with announcements and emails and opportunities. How do you know? You know, it can be overwhelming.
Yes.
While it's great, who has time to vet through? And by the time you might see an opportunity, you're like, I don't have the bandwidth or time to put in a good proposal, or you missed the date.
Right.
And so if you can work through the chamber, they know, and they can get to know you as a member. They can help target and say, hey, this is a good opportunity. You might want to make it a priority.
Right.
And so that's the type of partnership, and that's how we can help.
Okay.
Right.
So we
And-
have to get people to join the Tri-County Regional Black Chamber, and then that way that would, in essence, help to build the numbers for Hub.
Yes, and also, when you join the chamber, don't just join. Participate in the activities. Take advantage of the learning, because the lessons learned, when I meet with colleges and they tell me some of the challenges, nicely put, in terms of why a hub might not have been selected, I don't keep it to myself. I share it with the chamber and say, do you have a class on this? You might want to share this with your members. And so that networking, so even if someone reaches out to you for the chamber for an opportunity, maybe it's not a good fit for you, but you might know another member and say, oh, I know who could benefit from this. So we have to work together.
Right. I get that. I've been actually targeting might be a bad word, but I've been targeting my friends who are small business owners, and like, hey, I think I got something for you. We need to come on this way. And so I've been encouraging some of my small business owners to actually join the chamber, because since I've come here, I've learned a lot in the short period of time I've been here. And because of Miss Thompson, that made me say, okay, I want to first join, and secondly become Hub certified, because before I was shying away from it because it was very challenging for me, because I don't have the bandwidth to keep filling out this stack of papers or filling out all this information or trying to vet through, like you said, all of the solicitations that I may receive in my inbox. So coming here, I actually learned a lot more about why I should become certified. That's why I was happy to, be able to sit down and talk to you, and just being able to have that experience. And so every time I learn something here, I run and I tell my friends, and I tell them, hey, this is what I learned here, you should go see her. I'm sending people's cards all over the place, like, okay, we gotta join. So there's gonna be a couple more people who actually join the chamber, because I'm like, this is so exciting. So this is good. So, okay, so we're at 11 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and thank our sponsors again for, so our sponsors again is Southwest Airlines, proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, and Primacor Solutions. And remember that we do have monthly Hub certification workshops that you can sign up for if you visit the website. You can also purchase this book along with a t-shirt, in which of course Howard said not to show the back because this is limited printed, but you can get the book plus the t-shirt for $25 while supplies last. So we'll go ahead and do the second question for the hour.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. The second question, it's not really a question, it's a list. There are several different black business districts that were back in the day. So in the book, I have noted 6. So I'll tell you the city and state, but you have to tell me the name of the business district.
Okay.
So,
We're gonna give you the page number. Are we giving a page number this time?
no.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're just gonna find it. Go ahead.
There is a chapter in there in regards to black business districts.
Okay.
So you have to look through the book.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. The first one is in Miami, Florida. The second one is in Washington, D.C. The third is probably easy. New York City. Everybody knows that black business district. And the fourth is Chicago, Illinois. And the fifth is Alabama. And I'm sorry, Birmingham, Alabama. And number 6 is in North Carolina. And once again, what we're doing is looking for a list of black business districts in certain cities and states. And I'll read the names and the city and state again. The first one is in Miami, Florida. The second one is in Washington, D.C. The third is in New York. The fourth is in Chicago, Illinois. The fifth is Birmingham, Alabama. And number 6 is North Carolina. And we're looking for the black business districts in these particular cities and states.
Nice. Oh, I
Yes.
think I found it. All right, this is awesome. Okay, so just remember, give us a call at 832-303-4788 to answer the question and win yourself $100. All right, Mr. Taylor, I know you're out there, but let some other people go ahead and let's see if we can get somebody else.
Yes, and the trivia 2 questions are sponsored today by Dreammaker Realty and Secure Tax Service.
Awesome. See, I was going to ask about that, so tell me a little bit about your business. So,
I am a real estate broker. I help when someone wants to purchase a home or sell a home or rental properties, and that's either residential or commercial. And I also own a income tax preparation company. We have one on the north side of town and one on the south side of town.
so very busy.
Very busy.
That's good. Okay, so how can they find you?
They can contact me for real estate at 713-927-6099. Once again, 713-927-6099. And for income tax, let me get that number.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, it's a different number.
That's okay. We just want them to find you so we know, so we can help
So
support.
we can help support this black business.
We need to support all of our businesses. You know,
That
we
is correct.
have, over $1.3 trillion annually in buying power. You know what we can do with that if we just put it towards people, that black businesses, small black businesses.
Reinvest.
Yeah, reinvest into the community. Our community could definitely benefit heavily from just keeping the dollar in our community for a little bit longer than 6 hours. That would be great. That would be awesome. And we just try to do that.
You say, just saying.
Just saying.
So to contact me for income tax preparation, it's 832-398-4514, and that's Secure Tax Service at 832-398-4514.
Okay, great. Okay, so how do you learn about the contract opportunities for small businesses?
Yes, there are various ways that a vendor will potentially learn. One of them is, I mentioned, a spot purchase, and that's where, again, where the dollar amount falls below a certain threshold, where the colleges will actually may reach out to a couple of vendors, and they can just purchase directly with what we call their P cards, purchase cards. The other one, again, the colleges or whoever's purchasing will go to what we call a centralized master's bidders list, the hub directory,
Okay.
which is on the comptroller's website, and they will look specifically, and again, that's one of the reasons to be certified, because that's where they look to find the vendors. or they just call our office and you do the work for them, which is the reality of how it happens.
Oh, cool. What's that number? No.
And then the colleges, again, they will, again, they'll look at best value and reasonable costs whenever, that's for everything. And so the informal bids is when it's over the 5,000, where colleges must obtain at least 3 quotes, of which 2 must be from hub vendors.
Okay.
So that increases that probability where they have to have quotes, they have to have 2. You have to make a good faith effort to have 2 hub vendors. And again, they will call if they're having trouble saying, oh, we can't find a hub vendor. I'll say, call my office. Our responsibility is service first, and that's what I see as being support for the colleges. And then there's the Electronic State Business Daily, so anything that exceeds 25,000 is posted on the State Comptroller's website, and that Electronic State Business Daily, again, that's available to those where you want to look at it when you're hub certified. And then the email notifications that come from our purchasers, from our buyers, purchasing staff. So the buyers will send out, those are typically our larger, the things that are posted on Electronic State Business Daily may be sent out by the purchasing department. So it's typically larger items. And then, of course, our hub department, our role is we share all the opportunities, especially the unique ones where we know there should be hub vendors that can do the work. We share all of our information with the different chambers, with our different stakeholders, so that they can distribute to their members, which is, again, why I keep emphasizing, please join a chamber.
Right.
Join some type of advocacy, some group, or at least consider it. I can't make you do it, but I would highly encourage it, because we're trying to help where they can help vet out through their members, so that you're not overwhelmed, because otherwise, if we just send it out, it could be everything, and it may or may not be applicable to you.
So that's good. So you get from everywhere. So it's not just colleges or just a city. You get from a lot of different places.
For the university, I'm sorry.
For as far as the bids, for the opportunities for small businesses to bid on.
Just for the university.
Okay, so you
It's
just
limited-
get for the university.
Just for the University of
Okay.
Houston, right.
All right. So then, where would we get the other opportunities from?
So again, when you're certified through the state as a hub, then those other state agencies use that same directory
Okay.
to look for vendors. So any university, as well as contractors themselves, will use the hub directors, centralized master's bidders list, the hub directory, to look for hubs. Because for any, say in contract, for any purchases over 100,000, agencies look to see if we have to vet whether a hub subcontracting plan is required. So we have to look and see in terms of, so those entities have to submit a hub subcontracting plan, and if they're not going to use a hub, they have to justify why not, and when they have to show a good faith effort in terms of when they're looking for hubs. So they will go to the, again, that hub directory controlled by the state of Texas. So if, again, that hub subcontracting plan plays a part in terms of for contractors or whomever when you're talking 100,000 and above.
Wow, I never even thought about it like that, but that's good. Okay, so for me, I always wonder. So for you, did you how did you become hub certified? So are you for your realty? Sorry, messing up the name.
For my real estate company.
Yeah, real estate company.
And also for me and my husband, we have a business, Correct Specialty Welding Service. He's a welder.
Okay, so I asked that question because sometimes I don't know how I would fit, I guess, in hub. So when your NACE code and your SIC code. So what if for me, if I would become hub certified, I may not know exactly where I would fit or how I would fall in the grouping. Does it make sense?
Absolutely. And so, like anything else, if you, with the chamber, it's about being strategic. I've seen people where they've put every NACE code and said that they could do X, Y, and Z, okay? And people, we actually, before I will present, at least me, for our entity for the University of Houston, before I will present it to a college, we're gonna verify, can you really do this work?
Yes.
Because I can't present you to a college and say you can do this work just because you've identified 10 areas, and in reality, you really are stronger in one area where you think that you can do the other areas. That's great, but the question is, you have to answer the question, can you really? And which area are you really competitive in? Because when a college is looking for something, you have to have that, either that commodity or that service right at that time.
I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. You're gonna go and talk to Miss Dr. Clark, and she's gonna help you, and you're gonna win your next bid.
We'll work it out.
You guys, because I'm like, whoa. I mean, I'm like, okay, so I have to get my certification, but I always wonder, because even my NACE code that I chose early on, it's a general one, and it's general because of the fact they couldn't really find a place for me to be. So we got a caller. So let's see. Hello, caller. What's your name?
Dave Taylor.
All right, Dave. I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be waiting for you. We're gonna wait for you at the restaurant. Okay, so go ahead.
It's 4, correct?
It's 6.
It's 6.
6, yes, sir.
I have Miami, the Central Neighborhood District or Colored Town in Miami, Florida. Harlem in New York. 4th Avenue in Birmingham, Alabama. Moore Square in Raleigh, North Carolina. I didn't hear that.
Yes, sir. You got Miami, Florida. In
New York.
New York.
Alabama, North Carolina.
Okay, so Washington District. I'm sorry, Washington D.C. And
Houston.
okay, and Chicago, Illinois.
You say you love it?
No, I said, Brownsville.
Yes, sir. You are correct
Okay.
again.
Y'all got understand.
Yes, sir. You're correct again.
Awesome. So you win another $100. So today you won $200.
Yes.
What restaurant are we going to? No, I'm just joking. So
Oh, he's cooking steaks.
oh, he's got okay. So where's that address? No. But okay, so thank you very much for participating. We appreciate you calling, and so you know where to pick up your money. We'll have your name on it.
Yes, Mr. Taylor. I will give you a call after the segment, and we will discuss when you can pick up the funds.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
He's funny. That was like, oh wow. All right, so we got some other people listening. They just need to get the book. So when they
Yes.
get their book, they'll actually be able to answer the questions.
Yes.
So that's cool. So just remember, you can go to the website and you get a T-shirt and the book for $25, or you're just gonna get the book for $10,
Yes.
and then the shirt would be $20 by itself. So while supplies last,
These are the shirts.
so white or black. Woohoo!
Yes.
We didn't even plan this. This is
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
I said I started off saying I'm gonna wear the white one, and I was like, no, I just go back to black. And so I'm glad we did this. So we get to show them both sides.
Show both sides.
All right, awesome.
So if I could make a quick clarification, because I just want to make certain that listening audience, in terms of the hub subcontracting plan, we have to determine whether it's probable or not. We start with the money threshold of if it's 100,000, but then looking at what the service or the type of work, then the probability in terms of if a hub subcontracting plan comes into play. So in some cases, it may not be something that's actually probable or feasible, but but when it is, that's when we definitely work with the contractor, the prime or whoever, to help if they request help to help identify, some hubs, but they make a good faith effort themselves when it is probable.
That is cool. So, so like I was saying, so my NACE code is a general one, and it's because when I was going through the SOS to kind of the Secretary of State to figure out exactly what my NACE code was going to be, they gave me a general technical one. But as time has gone on, we've actually learned that we fit in a couple other places that we actually should be in, which is more packaged software versus just a general technical. So is there an opportunity for you or your team to be able to help us understand or find the right NACE code that would go appropriately with our businesses?
So again, because we don't do the certification, that would not fall within the type of services that will be offered by my office. It would really be something that the chamber would be able to help you with. And I would also think a strategy in terms of when a business is trying to figure out what's the appropriate NACE code. That's the beauty of networking with other companies, or seeing who has won bids, because you know who's in your general sphere, and having that conversation about, okay, where have you received requests, not just from the University of Houston, but any state agency, the most requests for your services under what NACE code?
Right.
So just ask people that. Okay, they won't keep it generally they don't keep it as a secret. Hey, you do similar kind of work. Have you received a lot of bids or requests that made sense? What NACE code are you using?
Oh no, okay. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so everything should have, so if I was doing it, everything would have a strategy behind it and given some thought. Not just filling out the paperwork, but like anything else, fill out the paperwork and then always revisit it and find out, am I getting bids or appropriate requests in this NACE code? And I would do like an annual reassessment. If I'm not, get rid of that one.
Yeah, okay, so that explains the opportunities that are coming across in my email. Because some of them make sense, but there's a lot more of them that don't make sense. And they think it's just because I'm under general.
Right.
So when I go in, I revisit and I change my NACE codes of possibility of me receiving things that are more in line with what I should be receiving.
And you can also, not just from those who are in a similar field, come to things like the forum that we're having in April, where we'll have a plethora of state agencies who do bids. Tell them what type of work you do. We have school districts also that contract with hubs. Ask them, okay, if you were looking for my service, what NACE code would you look under?
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay, does that not make sense?
Look, light bulb just going off
Okay.
of my head.
If
Okay.
you've had a contract with any Texas school,
Okay.
or had an interaction with any Texas school with a desire to do business, just ask their purchasing department, based on what I'm sharing with you, what NACE code would you look under?
Okay. Awesome. Great. This is good. So I've learned a lot today. I don't know. It's not why I came, but I'm glad that I did this. What have you learned today from this entire experience?
A lot.
I know, right? Because now it's like, okay, now I'm good. I'm okay.
Yes, this young lady has a lot of information about a lot of different areas. So we're glad to have her as a
Yes.
member of the chamber.
And an opportunity. I have made a new friend today.
Yes, you have.
I'm like, oh man, I didn't know I was going to do this today. But this is awesome because
It is.
now I don't know, my wheels are just turning. Now now I'm excited to kind of go and like, okay, now I know what to do next. You know, so tell us about your event you mentioned that we can come and visit.
Yes, we are having a University of Houston system, which is the UH Main, which is what I'm with. We have UH Downtown and UH Clear Lake. We're partnering together, and then Victoria is part of the system. So to provide our forum, which will be, I believe the date is April 16th, but I've sent announcements out through our listserv. So anyone who was certified would receive a flyer, and I've also sent the flyers to the chambers to send out, and it's not going to be a one time where we send it out. We'll send it out multiple times to invite people to participate in the forum, which will have various workshops again, various state agencies. So it's not just what opportunities are with the University of Houston or University of Houston systems, but also the various state agencies and other universities throughout Texas have been invited to be exhibitors, so that you, again, can meet them, find out what type of services, what they're looking for, sell yourself, ask what NACE codes they would use to look up for your particular business. Don't just assume that you're using not just you, but anyone out there listening, using the correct NACE code, but there may be others where it's more targeted, so that you can receive the type of solicitation requests that are more applicable.
That's awesome. I'm excited. So I'm gonna come on April 16th. Is there a cost associated?
It is absolutely free except for parking.
Okay.
Can't take that. Sorry.
You gotta make some money somewhere.
I don't have control over the parking, so you have to pay for the parking. But you can come in, and again, I'm sorry I don't have the flyers with me, but I believe it's like 9 to 1, but the flyers have been sent out to all the chambers, and we encourage people to come out.
I'm excited. I'm gonna come. So we got a few more minutes, so we're gonna go ahead around the table and remind people who you are and what you do and how to find you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Nicole Curette, Dreammaker Realty and Secure Tax Service, and I can be reached at 832-398-4514 in regards to taxes, and 713-927-6099 for real estate. And also, Ms. Tabitha, don't forget you have to mention about our wonderful gala that's coming up.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So, where'd it
It's
go?
a flyer under there.
There we go. Oh, this is. All right, great. Found it. All right, so we have ticket sales are now. So this is Business Choice Awards and Gala. So Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Business Choice Awards and Gala, hosted by Southwest. So it's going to be at the Grand Tuscany Hotel in Houston, Texas, and it's the 29th of February. 29th of February.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 29th of February, and the honorees VIP reception is 5:30 to 6:30, and the award ceremony will start at 7 p.m. So come on and join us. Go to the website tcbcc.org//events, and you'll be able to find the gala there and purchase your tickets. Okay.
And we all hope to see you there.
Yes. Come on out. We're going to have a good time. It'll be
Yes.
fun. We get to honor some people that have been doing some great things in the community and be able to network, which is networking is the most important part of just living in general. Whether you're a business owner or not, you still just need to network because you have to sell yourself.
Yes.
Okay? So, and again, tell people how they can find you, Miss Dr. Clark.
Yes. So again, I'm Dr. Linnell Clark, and I'm the director for the University of Houston Hub Operations Department. My number is 713-743-8603. Again, that's 713-743-8603.
It seems as though you've done this before, but so this is good. You're really good at this. Okay, my name is Tabitha Barron, and I can be found at info@kyksfirst.com, and send us an email there, and we'll respond quickly. All right, so thank you, ladies, for joining us at Let's Talk Business.
My pleasure.
Oh, this was fun. I'm so happy I've met you, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.